Bayramiç is a pleasant market town located in the inland part of Çanakkale Province in northwestern Turkey. It sits in the fertile valley of the Karamenderes River, known in ancient times as the Skamandros, and lies about 45 kilometres southeast of the city of Çanakkale and roughly 25 kilometres from Ezine. The town is surrounded by rich agricultural land and orchards and sits close to the northern foothills of the Kaz Dağları, also known historically as Mount Ida. Bayramiç has long been known as an agricultural centre and retains the relaxed atmosphere of a traditional Anatolian town where farming, local trade and community life remain at the heart of daily activity. The wider region around Bayramiç has been inhabited for thousands of years and forms part of the historic Troas region, closely linked with the legends and history of ancient Troy. In antiquity, the valleys and hills nearby supported settlements and important ancient cities, and the area later came under the rule of the Lydians, Persians, Romans and Byzantines, before eventually becoming part of the Ottoman Empire. During the Ottoman period, Bayramiç developed into a small but lively rural centre, serving the surrounding villages and farms. The town grew around agriculture and local trade and became known as a meeting point for the villages from the surrounding countryside. Modern Bayramiç still reflects this traditional character. The town centre has a mixture of older buildings and more modern developments, with small shops, cafes and local businesses lining the streets. One of the interesting features of the town is the public elevator that connects the lower part of Bayramiç with a park located on higher ground above the centre. This elevator allows visitors and residents to easily reach the hillside park, where there are pleasant green spaces and views across the rooftops of the town and the surrounding valley. The weekly market is one of the liveliest and most authentic experiences in Bayramiç. Market day usually takes place on Wednesdays, when farmers and traders from nearby villages arrive early in the morning, bringing fresh produce, vegetables, fruit, olives, cheeses and homemade goods. The market fills the streets with colour and activity and remains an important part of local life, reflecting the agricultural traditions that continue to define the town. Bayramiç also has an interesting cultural connection with one of Turkey's most respected literary figures, Mehmet Akif Ersoy. The poet, best known as the author of the Turkish national anthem, spent part of his childhood in the Bayramiç area, where his father served as an imam. Today visitors can see the Mehmet Akif Ersoy House Museum, which preserves the memory of the poet and provides an insight into his early life. The museum displays photographs, documents and information about Ersoy's life and literary work, making it an interesting stop for visitors interested in Turkish cultural history. Bayramiç is particularly famous throughout Turkey for its fruit production. One of the most well-known products is the Bayramiç White Nectarine, a special variety known for its distinctive aroma and sweetness. The fertile valley around the town also produces apples, cherries, peaches, pears and plums, making fruit farming a major part of the local economy. Because of this abundance of fresh produce, local food often features fruit-based desserts, homemade jams, village cheeses, and traditional dishes prepared with ingredients grown in nearby orchards and farms. Among the older buildings in Bayramiç, there are also several historic mosques that form part of the town's traditional character. One of the most prominent is Çarşı Cami, located close to the central shopping streets and market area. This mosque has long served as an important place of worship for local residents and remains a familiar landmark within the town. Another historic mosque is Merkez Taşköprü Cami, which reflects the modest yet elegant architectural style often seen in smaller Anatolian towns. In addition to these older religious buildings, Bayramiç also has newer mosques, such as the Merkez Sanayi Cami. Located near the town's small industrial and workshop district, this mosque serves workers and residents in that part of the town and reflects how Bayramiç continues to grow while maintaining its traditions. Although Bayramiç itself is a quiet town, the surrounding area offers many interesting places to explore. Just outside the town is the Bayramiç Dam, built to provide irrigation for the fertile valley and now a peaceful scenic area surrounded by hills. To the south lie the forests and natural landscapes of the Kaz Dağları, where visitors can enjoy cooler mountain air, walking routes and beautiful countryside. Travelling west from Bayramiç leads towards Ezine and the Aegean coast, where the ancient city of Assos sits dramatically above the sea. The region is also dotted with traditional villages, orchards and rural landscapes that show a slower and more authentic side of life in the Çanakkale region. Today, Bayramiç remains a welcoming town where agriculture, history and nature come together. While it may not appear on the main tourist routes, its friendly atmosphere, fertile surroundings and strong local traditions make it an interesting place to visit for those exploring inland parts of Çanakkale Province and the beautiful landscapes of the Troas region.